Tonight, somewhere on Earth, millions of people will kiss someone. Some will kiss a partner goodbye before work. Some will kiss a newborn child. Some will kiss for the first time. And somewhere, someone will experience their very first kiss. It feels natural, almost automatic, as if humans have always done it. But here's the strange part. Scientists aren't sure that's true. In fact, there may have been a time when nobody on Earth kissed at all. No lovers, no wedding kisses, no goodnight kisses, nothing. For most of human history, humans left behind tools, weapons, jewelry, cave paintings, and even footprints. But they didn't leave behind kisses, which creates a strange mystery. Who was the first human to kiss? Not the first human to have children. Not the first human to fall in love. The first human to press their lips against another person's, and perhaps even stranger. Why did they do it? Because when you really think about it, kissing is one of the weirdest things humans do. Two people move their faces extremely close together. They exchange saliva. They invade each other's personal space. And somehow, the human brain interprets this as affection. If an alien species watched us from space, kissing might be one of the hardest human behaviors to explain. Yet billions of people do it, every day, and nobody knows exactly where it came from. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because some of the strangest parts of being human are hiding inside behaviors we never stop to question. And few behaviors feel more natural than a kiss. Most people assume kissing is universal. It seems obvious. People fall in love, people kiss, end of story. But anthropologists discovered something surprising. Not every culture kisses. In 2015, researchers analyzed societies from around the world and found that romantic kissing was far less universal than most people believed. Some traditional societies had no documented history of romantic kissing at all. Others found the behavior strange, even unpleasant. Imagine that for a moment. Entire groups of humans living full lives, falling in love, raising families, having children, without ever kissing. This discovery created a problem. If some cultures never developed kissing, then perhaps kissing isn't a built-in human instinct. Perhaps it's cultural, something invented, something learned. But that explanation has its own problem, because evidence from the animal kingdom suggests something much older may be happening, something that predates civilization itself, something that may be millions of years older than humanity. Long before cities existed, long before language, long before history, there were primates. And many of them behaved in ways that look surprisingly familiar. Chimpanzees touch faces. Bonobos kiss. Some primates press their mouths together after conflicts. Others use physical closeness to strengthen social bonds. These behaviors aren't identical to human kissing, but they're close enough to raise questions. Maybe humans didn't invent kissing. Maybe we inherited the foundations of it from ancestors who lived millions of years ago. Some researchers believe kissing may have evolved from grooming behavior. For ancient primates, grooming wasn't just about cleanliness. It was about trust, connection, friendship, belonging. Touching another individual meant accepting them into your social world. Over time, as human societies became more complex, those signals may have evolved into something new, something more intimate, something more emotional, a kiss. But there is another theory, and it begins with mothers and babies. For most of human history, babies couldn't eat solid food, so mothers used a method common throughout the animal kingdom. They chewed food first, then passed it directly to their children, mouth to mouth. To modern people, this sounds unusual, but for thousands of years, it was completely normal. Some scientists believe this behavior may have created powerful associations inside the developing human brain. Mouth-to-mouth contact became linked with safety, comfort, trust, care, love. The very emotions that later become attached to romantic relationships. If that's true, then kissing may have begun long before romance, long before dating, long before marriage. Its origins may be hidden in one of the oldest relationships that exists, the bond between parent and child. And if that's true, then every romantic kiss happening today may trace its roots back to something far older than love itself. But whatever its origins, kissing eventually became something much bigger, because it began changing the way humans chose each other. The moment two people kiss, something extraordinary happens inside the brain. Dopamine surges. Oxytocin rises. Stress hormones decrease. Entire networks of emotional processing become active. Your brain treats a kiss as important. Very important. And that may not be an accident. Humans are unusual among mammals. We invest enormous amounts of time into long-term relationships. Human children require years of care, far longer than most animals. That means forming strong bonds became incredibly valuable. A species that stays together longer can raise children more successfully. And anything that strengthens attachment becomes useful. Some scientists believe kissing may help humans evaluate potential partners. Without realizing it, your brain is gathering information. Smell. Health. Genetics. Compatibility. All in a matter of seconds. A kiss isn't just emotional. It's biological. Psychological. Evolutionary. It may be one of the oldest social technologies humanity ever developed. A behavior so ancient that most people never question it. Which brings us back to the mystery. If kissing is this old, who was the first human to do it? We'll never know their name. We'll never know where they lived. We'll never know what they looked like. Somewhere in humanity's distant past, long before writing, long before kingdoms, long before recorded history, two people moved closer together and did something no one had ever written down. Maybe they were curious, maybe they were affectionate, maybe it happened by accident, or maybe it was simply the latest step in a behavior that had been evolving for millions of years. Whatever happened, the moment disappeared. No witness recorded it, no historian preserved it, no artifact survived. And yet, the behavior remained. Generation after generation, century after century, until it spread across much of the world. Today, billions of people still do it. They do it to say hello, to say goodbye, to celebrate, to comfort, to express love. And most never stop to wonder where it came from. But perhaps that's the strangest part. One of the most intimate human behaviors on Earth may have no single inventor, no single origin, no clear beginning. Just a mystery stretching backward through thousands of generations. A mystery hidden inside something so ordinary that we barely notice it. The next time you see a kiss in a movie, at a wedding, or between two people saying goodbye, remember this. Somewhere in the distant past, there was a first. A kiss that changed nothing. A kiss that changed everything. If you made it this far, leave a comment. Do you think kissing is something humans are born understanding, or something we learn from culture? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more stories about the strange history of being human. Huh.